Thank you, sweet Jesus. Whew. Hi everyone. How you guys doing? Oh, thank you, precious Father. Thank you, the lifter of my life. Thank you, the love of my life. Thank you so much for the gift of today. Thank you for strength. Thank you for everything. Be thou glorified in Jesus' name. So, if you're just joining me, you're welcome to today's live stream. And thank you guys. I hope you guys can hear me. Like, hope my voice is audible enough for you've been faithful. Eh, so ages past, that is what your name is forevermore. You've been faithful, God, from the ages past. That's why your name is forevermore. Oh, where are they? Hi everyone, for just joining me, you're welcome to today's live stream. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I'm so excited to be here, because I'm getting the chance to be here. I'm so excited. As excited as I am. So today's live stream is coming, and let's talk about something very, very crucial, something very important, something very, very mind blowing. So I just wanted us to just talk about something that I have noticed, I have observed, During my life, if you're just joining me, you're welcome. My name is Promise, and I'm filming from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm so excited to have you guys here watching me. All of you, my friends, right? I'm so excited having to do this after a long break. The break was not really long, a short break, so I'm so excited. So, in today's topic, I said you guys should come in, my friends, right? And let's just talk about something very crucial. It's so crucial, right? So if you're here in my last live stream, I talked about not previously, because I'm still doing it, right? I actually teach, I actually teach, I was just doing kind of like private classes, home lessons, right? So subsequently, I just said, oh, I just needed to augment what I just needed to augment or to add to what I earn, right? So I opted to just start teaching full time. So I just started seeing and observing some things that make me wonder where parenting of these days is actually heading to. Right. Like I just needed us to just talk about it, right? So there was something that happened and this thought just stuck in my head, right? So what was this? What is this all about? I've heard ladies talk about that, oh, I want to get married to a man that is hardworking. I want a man that is this. I want a man that is that. Like, if you see the kind of list of what they want in a man, right, you'll be so shocked. Fine, God being so merciful, so kind, and so loving will give them that kind of man. Do you get the kind of man that would so love them, the kind of man that would so treat them well and would literally do every of their biddings, right? And I'm like, okay, fine, right? God has God has been so kind and merciful to grant you that kind of husband, right? Fine. So if you're just joining me, you're welcome to this live stream. I'm so excited to have you guys here. My name is Promise and I'm filming from Lagos, Nigeria. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do what to subscribe, right? Subscribe and give this live stream a thumbs up, right? Give it a thumbs up. Okay, so let me continue with what I was saying too. Single ladies, right? Both ladies, both single guys, right? We all pray for a kind of partner, a kind of spouse that will love us, right? A kind of spouse that would meet, like, well, everybody have a whole lot of lists of the kind of person or partner they want to settle down with. So we'll say, oh, I want a guy that is tall and handsome. I want a guy that is rich. I want a guy that is kind. I want a guy that is God fearing. The list is so endless, right? If you're just joining me, just try and say hi and let me know where you're watching me from, right? Okay, fine. Like I said, God being so merciful, He grants you this kind of man. And please let me know you can hear me, right? I just want to know that you're hearing me. Okay, so God being so merciful and kind gives you this kind of partner that you so desire, right? Because scripture said He will grant us the desires of our hearts. Then, fast forward, we start having kids. Okay, I think before I fast forward, right? That kind of partner you've been praying for, that kind of partner you've literally been praying for was somebody's son, was somebody's mother, parents took out time to train, right? They took out time to train and raise that kid, that child, that your spouse to that level to become that kind of person that you desire to be your own spouse, right? Fast forward, you now give birth to your own children, right? You start giving birth. And you don't think that somebody in future would desire that kind of spouse that God blessed you with. You just decided to raise that child like you're so nonchalant about raising that child. You're so nonchalant. You're so lackadaisical about. Okay, I think my neck is said. Okay, you're so lackadaisical. Okay, am I back online? Can you guys hear me? Please let me know where you're watching me from. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so like I said, fast forward to you having you started giving birth to boys, to girls, and all of a sudden that is you becoming lackadaisical about raising that child to have good morals, to be kind, to actually be some to actually be an answer to somebody's prayer. You're so lackadaisical about it. And then like it baffles me, right? Why most parents would want to do that, right? Why? Like that thought just kept on ringing in my head. Why are we so lackadaisical about doing all of this? Why are we so unintentional about raising our kids? Because the whole stuff just got me like, I don't know. I just don't literally know where parenting of these days is literally going to, right? So if you feel like you really want to chip in something about this, please go ahead. Use the chat box to make this live stream very, very interactive, right? So I think I'll just have to like go over what I said if you're just joining us for a better understanding, right? Like today's topic was hello, come in and let's talk about something very crucial. So I'm going to recapitulate, right? So I talked about how the kind of the kind of people we are raising these days, right? Most single ladies and guys are praying for a partner that is kind, like that has good morals, that tick all of the boxes in their list of kind of partners. Oh, I'm so excited to have you here, Darren. I'm so happy to have you here. Nice, nice seeing you. Nice hearing from you, and nice knowing that you're here. So, how you doing? And how is work? Hello, 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 hello. How you doing, Darren? I'm so excited to know you're here, Darren. All right, so should I have to start from the beginning, from the crucial issue I feel like we should just talk about? Because that thought has just been ringing in my head. I'm good. I had a very productive day. Thank God. And I'm so excited to know that you had a very, very productive day, right? I'm so happy for you. So, what was the highlight of your day? Let's just kind of drift away a bit from yes, let's just drift away a bit from the crucial issue. I just feel like we need to talk about and address. Okay, how have you been, sweetheart? I've been fine. Like I'm good compared to the last time I was live. Right, I knew I had some kind of flu and all of that. So yeah, I'm better now. So I'm doing fine. Okay, he said my highlight was coming home. I I don't understand coming home. Obviously, you left house in the morning and you had to come back. So, okay. Will I say you were literally homesick? Were you homesick? Yeah, I sound so better, and I'm happy to know that I sound so better than the previous time, right? And I can literally say probably because I'm trying to like adapt and adjusting to the stress that I just started having to experience, right? Because we all have to make money. I just needed to just, yeah, you get, yeah, you sound better. Yeah, thank you very much. No, it's just good to accomplish your goals before the end of the day. Yeah, that's true. That's so, so true. All right, so let's talk about the crucial issue I just felt like we should talk about today. It's so crucial to me because that thought has just been ringing in my head. So, what's this crucial stuff? Okay, like I said in my previous life, right, that I had to start teaching full time. I was just basically doing it private, right? Okay, yeah, okay, I'm on it. So, the crucial issue is I started teaching full time and I just started experiencing, not experience, okay, experiencing and seeing things that keeps baffling me, right? So what's this? I'm like, okay, single ladies, single guys are actually praying for a good partner. They are praying for a partner that is kind. They are praying for partner that will love them, that will have good character, that is God fearing. Like the list is so endless, right? The list is so endless. They want, if you see the kind of list of what they want their future partner to be, to look like, or to have the qualities that they have listed for their future partners to have, right? You be in, or you be like, really? And the funniest thing is that these qualities they've listed out, they barely even have half of those qualities, right? Fine. God being so merciful, and He's saying that He's literally going to grant us the desires of our hearts, right? That is what He said in the Bible. He said in His word that He's literally going to grant us the desires of our hearts. So He gets to answer your prayer and gives you the kind of partner that'll be so kind. And okay, it's not about looks to me as long as she's attractive. Yeah, fine. Okay. Yeah. Like I think that's part of the quality some people look out for, right? Okay, so fast forward, you got married to this your dream partner, right? You got married to your dream partner, the person that ticks the list for you, the boxes in your list, right? Then you now started having children. Why don't you tend to raise your kids, your children, right, to be an answer to somebody's prayer? You start giving birth, you start having your children, you now become so lackadaisical in the way you train them. You are so unintentional about the way you train your children. Your own is that, oh, I've given birth to my children, I'm not a mom, they will have to go to school. You don't even care about whether they do their school homework. Like you're just less intentional about things that has to do with them, right? Then, and I'm like, why are some parents, or why are some people like that? So because God has finally answered your prayer and gave you that kind of partner that ticks the boxes for you. So why don't you think also of raising your children in such a manner that they become an answer to someone else's prayer? Do you guys get where I'm what I'm saying, like where I'm heading to, right? I have sons, I just hope they find nice women. Yes. So it's okay and it's so good to know that you have sons, right? But are we parents training our children to actually be someone else's prayer, answer to prayer? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like raising your child to be kind, raising your child to be intentional, to be God fearing, like have those qualities that someone out there will want in his spouse, right? If they are good men, they would answer prayers. Yes, Absolutely. But it does not just happen, right? I think it just starts with the parents having to be intentional about training their children. They are so intentional about having to train their children and not just leave everything for either the nanny or the house help to train their children. All they are interested in doing is just go out there, make money, bring it back home, send their children to school. They don't even care their children's activities. All they know is that I've given birth, I've sent my children to school, they're in a good school, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. Answer prayers and at least be blessing to someone's life. Exactly. Like they should be a blessing to someone's life, right? So for you to have been married to somebody that has been raised by a parent who was so intentional in making the child being a blessing and an answer to someone's prayer, why can't you do the same while raising your kids? Why do you just throw caution to the wind and expect miracle to happen? I agree, but at some point you have to let go. Yes, exactly. But you can only let go when you've done, like, I feel like you can actually let go when you know within yourself that you've literally done your own bit. You've done the exact thing that, sorry, you've literally done the exact thing that needs to be done. Hope you get where what I'm saying and where I'm coming from, right? Hope you get where I'm coming from, right? So I think, like, let's just talk about it. When they become adults, they have to have their own life experiences. Yes, yes. But do you know that there are some trainings you give to your child when they are still young, when they are still at that age where you can discipline them and shape their life? Then when they come to that age where they have to leave the house, the home, right? You are not scared as a parent. You're not scared of what your children might be doing outside there, right? Because you know you have given them the training, the basic training they need to go out there and make the right choices, make good decisions, and not be easily influenced by their peers, by trendy things. And I feel like that's why most people, right? I feel like that's why most people, when they're so scared about having to let their children go, right? Because they know they didn't do the basic work there, right? Okay, my oldest son was dating a girl that I didn't like. He didn't see what I saw until later. Hopefully he learned. Yeah. And probably I think probably when you saw this thing, you might have told him like, "Oh, I don't think this girl is good enough for you." But because he would want to like experience it, right? He would want to like have that experience. Like they will always say experience is the best teacher. But they will also say we have two types of experiences. Choose the one. We have the hard experience and the soft experience. The hard experience have to be do with you having to go through those pains and the whole experience to gather it for yourself. And sometimes it could leave scars that we might not be so proud of. It could actually leave some scars and things that we are not so proud of and we are so ashamed of, right? That is the hard experience. Then we have the soft experience, which has to do with we learning from from people that had actually gone ahead of us, right? Like our parents, our teachers, our mentors, and all of that, right? So we actually have two types of experiences. So you as a parent should actually teach your child to learn, let your child's experience be soft. Fine, there are experiences that they literally need to learn by themselves, right? They need to just go through that experience. for them to learn something. Because most time, just like you said now, you told him that, oh, this girl you're dating, I'm not comfortable, okay with it. But he still continued, right? And you said hopefully he learned. And probably maybe when he tends to now see what you're talking about, he'll be like, oh, this was what my father, this was what my dad was telling me all along, right? Not only was she not good enough, but she wasn't what a bent nickel, right? So in my culture, there is this proverb that they will say that what an adult sees sitting down, right? When you a child climb the highest tree, you can't see it, right? Okay, so when you have children, you see the spirit of the people they bring around you. Exactly. Because you've been in this world before them. Hello, cowboy. How you doing? I'm so excited to have you here. Please do well to subscribe if you've not subscribed and give this live stream a thumbs up, right? Yeah, so how you doing, cowboy, and where are you watching me from? When they broke up, he admitted that I was right about her. Are you seeing? And I'm so glad and so excited that you didn't really like force him, right, to break up the relationship. And I'm so excited that he even came to you to say, oh, I get to see all of those things you're telling me about. Oh, cowboy, you see you're watching me from Michigan, right? Is it Michigan? Okay, Michigan. Yeah, so what do you have to say about today's topic? So we are talking about something crucial, right? Please do also subscribe if you've not subscribed. So we are just talking about something crucial about the way single girls, single guys that are praying for a perfect spouse in quote, right? A perfect spouse in quote. But God gets to answer their prayer by giving them their dream spouse that ticked all the boxes in their list, right? But they now fast forward to them giving birth, having their own children. They don't tend to raise their children to become an answer to someone else's prayer, for them to become a blessing to other people's life, right? So why are parents like that? Why are people like that? So that is the crucial issue we're talking about now. Okay, so I couldn't force him. He wasn't trying to hear what I was saying exactly. So he had to gather the experience. And I'm so excited. Like, you had to allow him have that experience, right? So kudos, you did well. Yeah, because even as a parent, right? I don't know. I think it's just had to do with growing up and we having to experience life ourselves, right? Most times when our parents or adults tend to tell us something, we want to have that experience, right? So I feel like at some point when you feel like you as a parent, you've done your bit by telling them, oh, this person you're going out with, it's actually not good for you, or this relationship you're in is not good for you, right? So if they want to go ahead, fine, let them be. Okay, let them get to make their own mistakes, but try as much as possible as a parent to like make sure that the mistakes, obviously the mistake would sometimes leave a scars, right? But let it not be that too deep of a scar that they keep regretting, and they kind of like get to say, oh, why didn't you tell me all along? Why didn't you do this? You do you get? Because some children could actually be like that, right? Okay, he said my sons are handsome and charming, but he picks the wrong women. Okay, my son is handsome and charming, but he picks the wrong women. Wow, wow, wow. I think he's something that he himself would want to work on, right? Since he has been picking the wrong women, like you said, I feel like at this point he should have known the like those threats that when he sees in a lady, he knows that, oh, this person is not even good enough for me, right? Probably he still wants to gather more experience. Just keep doing your best as a parent, keep talking, keep advising him, keep being so intentional about him doing the right thing. But if he really wants, like, I think I've heard somebody said, like, most of the times when our parents say something to us or advise us, they think that we are not hearing it, right? We do, but it is the repetition, the consistency on you hammering on that, on you keep emphasizing on that, it will go a long way. Because when that child is actually in his own lone time, right? The times when he gets to meditate, he will start, those words you as a parent has been saying to that child will just keep coming and keep ringing in that child's head. And that is you doing your own part. Okay? So keep talking to him, keep telling him, oh, this person you're going out, it's not good enough for you. Can you just desist and all of that? Just keep saying it, keep repeating it as much as you can. And as a parent, keep praying for that child, because there's this kind of authority you have over your child, especially in the place of prayer. Hope you get. Yes, women like him. He has no problem meeting there, but his judgment is off. But I pray he will learn. And amen, he's going to learn. So you just keep talking, keep doing your part by advising him, keep talking, and keep praying for him, most especially, right? He's around your age, you will like it. He's around my age, really? Wow, that's nice. So why do you think I like him? But obviously that I just pray he gets to start making the right decisions, right? I just pray he starts making the right decision. And like I would say, keep praying for him. Keep talking, right? Keep talking and talking and talking. You know those times when our parents calls us and say, you know those times our parents will call us and say, oh, have you done this, have you done that? You as as the child, you be like, oh mom, I've heard you, you keep saying this over and over again. As a parent, keep doing it, keep saying it over and over and over again, because that is you doing your part, right? Regardless of the fact that you still have to pray, as you're praying, keep talking and keep talking and keep talking, okay? Because he's handsome. Oh, and I'm beautiful. Okay, yeah, yes. I still do what my mom tells me to do. Yeah. Because you've gotten to that point in your life where you know that your parents would never mean bad for you, right? But I know that there are some parents that mean so bad for their children. Yeah, it's just so, it's still like that. But if you notice that your parents really means well for you, stick to their advice, and also learn to be, what they even call it, discreet with whatever they tell you. All right. Okay, yeah, you all would make some beautiful babies. What's that? Okay, I don't know what to say about that. I think the best thing to just do is just laugh about. So funny. All right, so I just really want to hear you guys' opinion about this, right? I just want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to get to know what you guys have to say about this crucial issue I've raised up. There's a whole lot though to talk about, like getting into this teaching full time. It's been a whole lot. I was literally talking to a friend about this, and the friend was like, there's that, especially when you know that teaching is actually your passion, right? You get to that point that my friend was like you just get to that point where you just feel like just taking all these children to your house and having to taking them to your house and having to just reshape them, remold them, and just like just have to reshape them and remold them and make them become a better people, right? A better individual. They For them to become an effective and functional individual, right? Yeah, JJ. Who is JJ? Or is JJ here? I even missed her. Teachers are heroes. Honestly, they are. They are. And if you don't really have passion for that, if that's not your calling, at some point you get so frustrated. You'll be like, what am I doing here? But it's just the joy of having to see yourself shape life and seeing them doing better, becoming a better individual in the society, becoming effective individuals, becoming effective and functional individuals in future and to the society, right? So teachers, I don't even know. I think probably because of the country I'm in, my country Nigeria, it's just the way they kind of like underrate teachers and underrate teaching, right? But I feel like there is this wake up call that is going on now, right? In teaching. Teaching the next generation is a great responsibility. Honestly, it is. Like, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And we really, really like need the grace. If it's not your calling, it will be so hard. It will literally be so hard. But thank God for grace. Thank God for everything, right? I salute anyone who takes on that job. Exactly. It's not easy. But it's really worth the sacrifice, especially when you see those children, you're shaping them and you're seeing that the effort you're putting in, it's yielding good fruit, right? Because I feel like those things I was literally taught growing up while in school, I remember my teachers vividly. At some point I just feel like I wish I could just reach out to some of them that made that impact, because it was not really about teaching, like per se, like subject teaching, but they were so passionate that they teach you, they tell you things about life, right? How to navigate life and all of that. And I felt like I just wish I could reach out to some of them. I know some of them are late, right? But remembering them and you just say a word of prayer for them, it's kind of like, not me feeling like crying. Not me feeling like crying. Ah, not me feeling like crying, right? Like those times when I I see things, or about seeing things that my teacher had talked about growing up while in school, and I'm like, thank God for that teacher. I just wish I could just reach out. Knowing fully well I can't really reach out. The best thing I could literally do right now is just say a word of prayer, and I think that works, right? Yeah, so that's the crucial issue I really wanted us to talk about, right? Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys have actually learned that if you see a teacher, just appreciate that person, right? Little way you can, even if it's saying a word of prayer, even if it's being kind with your words, right? It will really go a long way. Your spirit is as beautiful as you are. Ah, thank you, Darren. I'm so always so excited to know that when I come here live, right, especially impromptu, you're just always there to connect, and you just don't connect and leave, right? You don't just show up and leave. You just stay all through, from the beginning to the point at which you connected, to the very point at which I want to end the live stream. You're just there, and I need you to know that I do not take it for granted, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. So, this is me saying thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I appreciate you being here, showing up for me. You're not just showing up, you're always chatting, dropping your own thoughts, and all of that. Thank you so so much, there. I really like you. You're my next lifeline. Please don't make me laugh, there. Don't make me laugh. So to everyone that connected to this live stream, I'm so happy. To Cowboy, to Darren, and people that just showed up, never dropped a chat, but at least you showing up. I'm grateful and I'm excited to know that you even clicked to like, oh, what she's saying, what's the trash and the rubbish she has to say. For you to even click and do all of that, I'm so grateful, right? So please do well to subscribe. If you've not subscribed, and do me the honor of having to go watch my previous live, my previous video, because I'm trying to like literally build my watch hour because I'm not literally been showing up here. The watch hour I've been able to gather is just going down every day. I keep losing it, but I just hope that one day I'm going to hit that milestone, right? Yeah, your smile gives me life. Okay, okay. I'm so excited to know that my smile gives you life. And I give glory to God for giving me this beautiful smile that's literally giving you life. Yeah, so ah yeah. I'm so excited being here, right? And obviously why you guys were able to see me here was literally because we are on midterm break. So although I went to school today, but it was not kind of hectic, right? It was just to do one or two things. So I came back. I feel like why not let me try and show up for you guys. Since you are literally on midterm break this whole week, right? Let me just try and show up as much as I can, right? So this is me here. This is me here, right? So yeah. So any other thing that you guys want us to just talk about? Any other thing you guys would want us to talk about? Yeah, for you guys. Let's just talk about it. Yeah, we'll call that midterm break. Like we are half of the term, right? We've gotten to the half of the term, and here in this part of the country, when we get to the half of the term, we go on what we call midterm break. And for some schools, it could be 1 week. For some schools, it could be 2 days, and for some schools, it could be 3 days. But mine, it's a whole week, right? But though I still went to school yesterday, being Monday, yeah, I have the rest of the remaining 4 working days to be at home. But it's just that I would have literally loved to be live, but we have a conference that I literally need to attend. So that is why it's more of like I might not really have to show up every day for this 1 week, but I just pray I get the strength and have to show up, right? Yeah, I pray I do get the strength. What are you going to do with your time off? Okay, rest. Like I need to rest. I need to change my look, right? Change my look, like have a new hairdo, and I just need to just change my environment. I want to go to my uncle's house and just like take a break, just like a day break, you get, and have someone have to prep meal for me. Just have that baby girl, soft baby girl's life for just 1 day and then return back. And I know what we could do on your time off. Okay, what could that be? Suggesting we do. You can give you your baby girl timeout. Okay.